Thank you all for joining. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. Let me share Canto 11, chapter 5. Chapter 5 title Narada concludes his teaching to Vasudeva. Verse number 34. Let me share the screen. Everybody is able to see the screen, able to hear my voice? Prabhus?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam Devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudirayat Nasta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata srivaya Bhagavati uttama sloke bhaktir bhavati naishti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you for joining. So 11.534 we are reading from. On the appearance day of Lord Ramachandra is coming up, Ram Navami in April. So this month we will try to utilize the Sunday morning and evening to discuss something about Lord Ramachandra and his pastimes and his associates and the instruction from those pastimes. So today the special verse is one of my favorite verse, even though I didn't deeply study it, but I thought it will be good to present this verse. So let's read this verse 3 times and then translation, then we'll try to understand. Tyaktva sudishtya surepsitarajyalakshmim Dharmishta arya vachasayad agadaranyam Maya mrugam daitepsitam anvadavat Vande mahapurushate charanaravindam Tyaktva sudishtaja surepsitarajyalakshmim Dharmishta arya vachasayad agadaranyam Maya mrugam daitepsitam anvadavat Vande mahapurushate charanaravindam. One more time. Tyaktva sudishtya jasurepsitarajyalakshmim Dharmishta arya vachasayad agadaranyam Maya mrugam daitepsitam anvadavat Vande mahapurushate charanaravindam. Word to word translation. Tyaktva, abandoning. Sudishtyaja, most difficult to give up. Sura Ipsita, anxiously desired by the demigods. Rajya Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune and her opulence. Dharmishta, most perfectly fixed in religiousness. Arya Vachasa, according to the words of a Brahmana who had cursed him to be deprived of all the happiness of family life. Yet, he who Agat went Aranyam to the forest, taking to the renounced route of life. Maya Mrugam, the conditioned soul, who is always searching out illusory enjoyment. Daitaya, out of sheer mercy. Ipsitam is a desired object. Anvadavat, running after. Vande, I offer my homage. Mahapurusha, O Lord Mahaprabhu, Te, to your Charanara lotus feet. Translation by Evangelist A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. O Mahapurusha, I worship your lotus feet. You gave up the association of goddess of fortune and all her opulence, which is most difficult to renounce and is hankered after by even the great demigods. Being the most faithful follower of the path of religion, you thus left for the forest in obedience to a Brahmana's curse. Out of sheer mercifulness, you chased after the fallen conditioned souls, were always in pursuit of the false enjoyment of illusion, and at the same time engaged in searching out your own desired object, Lord Shyamsundara. Please repeat again. Translation. O Mahapurusha, I worship your lotus feet. You gave up the association of goddess of fortune and all her opulence, which is most difficult to renounce and is hankered after by even the great demigods. Being the most faithful follower of the path of religion, you thus left for the forest in obedience to a Brahmana's curse. Out of sheer mercifulness, you chased after the fallen conditioned souls, were always in pursuit of the false enjoyment of illusion, and at the same time engaged in searching out your own desired objects, Lord Shyamsundara. So, we'll try to understand. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjanasalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Mukam Karoti Vachalam Panghum Langayate Girim Yat Krupatamaham Vande Sri Gurum Denatarinam Paramanandamadavam Sri Chaitanya Isu Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Krupa Sindhubhyayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sri Chaitanya Mano Vishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadam Dadati Swapadantikam. Rupa Goswami Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the opportunity to speak from Srimad Bhagavatam. Initially, His Grace Mukunda Datta Prabhu was supposed to give, but he was not available. We couldn't find a speaker. So Madhupadu Prabhu had asked me to give. So I take this opportunity that I hope I'll speak something by all of your blessings. I can say something which will be beneficial for me, purifying for me, and also for all of you. I hope I can inspire by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. So, here, this verse is speaking about the three personalities, these 4 lines, speaking about Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. First time, just 2 verses before, I was talking about the actual Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance and his associates and why he appeared. And then further is this 33 and 34 are very beautiful verses to offer, remember and meditate and offer these. Every day we can offer these prayers. And there is also a verse at the end of this chapter, this whole chapter. Basically the context here, King Nimi is asking Nava Yogendras, who are Nava Yogendras, the Lord Rishabhadev had 100 sons. Out of 100, 9 of them became the great yogis, these Nava Yogendras, who were taken to the path of Bhakti Yoga, completely dedicated their life to the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna and spreading his glories. 9 of them, they are called Nava Yogendras. And then 10 of them became the Kshatriya kings like Bharat Maharaj and others. And remaining 81 of them are taken to path of Karma Kanda, fruitive activities, Smarta, and they became. So here in this chapter, Narada Muni is teaching to Vasudeva Lord Sri Krishna's father. And in that, Narada is relating the incident of King Nimi asking Navayogendras what happens to those living entities who doesn't take up the path of devotion. What happens to them? Then almost 20 or so verses it explains that what happens. Those will enter into path of hellish regions, darkest region. Those who doesn't take up the path of devotion service, doesn't worship the Supreme Lord. Then later on again King Nimi asks, please explain about the incarnations of the Supreme Lord, various incarnations, how Lord appears. So then that's how in that context here the Navayogendras are explaining about the Lord appearing in these 4 yugas in different colors, different forms. So especially, and then here he is speaking about the incarnation of the Lord in Kali Yuga as Avatari, and the Lord, the Supreme Lord himself is appearing in Kali Yuga, how he appears, and his offering is and Prabhupada emphasizes that we should follow this Navayogendra's King Karabhajana Muni and follow and worship and meditate on the Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. Vande Mahapurushate Charanarabindam. If I remember correctly, I think at the end of Upachar, when we do, there are 2 verses. I don't exactly remember. I think this is the same verses. I think Mahapurusha. It talks about last 2 verses after we finish the Upachar. There are prayers. So in that also I think these verses are referred, I believe. Anyway, so we'll just read what is the benefit of reading this chapter, especially wonderful benefit is being given at the end of this chapter. The last verse of this chapter is giving the beautiful itihasam imam punyam dharayet ya samahita sa vidúya iha shamalam brahma bhuyaya kalpate. Anyone who meditates on this pious historical narration, itihasam means historical, imam, this punyam, pious historical narration, sa vidúya iha, in this word, sa vidúya means all the contamination. Samalam, one who is hearing this narration with fixed attention, samalam. Then what happens? Brahma bhuyaya kalpate. He will purify himself, viduya, purify himself of all contamination, and in this very life and achieve the highest spiritual perfection. So that is the benefit of reading this chapter every day, this 11th canto, 5th chapter, almost 55 verses or 50 plus verses are there. Now, so the Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had shown 6-armed form, Shadbhuj form, 3 times through to 3 different devotees. So we will just read from Chaitanya Bhagavat and Chaitanya Bhagavat, and Chaitanya Charitamrita, and then we will get into the details understanding this verse, because first we want to get the sweetness of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then, so first time, so Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed to 6-armed form, different kind of Sadbhuj form, to Lord Nityananda Prabhu. So this is from Chaitanya Bhagavat, Madhya Kanda, chapter 5. So here, after so Lord Nityananda Prabhu came to Nandana Acharya's house and he was hiding, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had asked devotees, go and search, bring Lord Nityananda Prabhu. They couldn't find it, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally went, as we all know. So after that happened, so he met, and both of them hugged each other, tears are flowing down and ecstasy. And then they came back, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu brought Lord Nityananda Prabhu to Srivas Angan. Today is the appearance day of Srivas Thakur. So I offer my respectful obeisances, humble obeisances at the lotus feet of Srivas Thakur, and take his blessings. So So at Srivas Angan, so Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed Srivas, please worship Vyasdev, use the prayers and worship Vyasdev, and Lord Nityananda Prabhu is Balram is showing how to worship Vyasdev, the Adi Guru. So here in that day, so where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is instructing Srivas Thakur, so this Lord has showed Sadbhuj form to Nityananda Prabhu. So this is from Madhya Kanda, part 1, Chaitanya Bhagavat, chapter 5, verse number 91. देखी लेना नित्यानंद प्रभु विश्वंबर माला तुली दिला तांडा मस्तक upara. As Nityananda saw Lord Vishwambar standing before him, he offered the garland to him. Chanchara chikure mala sobeyati bala chaya puja Vishwambara haila tatkala. The garland looked most enchanting upon the curly hair of the Lord. At that time, Vishwambara manifested his six-armed form. Shankha Chakra Gada Padma Stri Hala Mushala Dekiya Muchita Haila Nitai Vishwala. On seeing the six things, please hear attentively, because these are the six different kind of Sadbhuj form as shown to Lord Nityananda Prabhu. On seeing the conch, disc, club, lotus, plough and mushala, Nitai was overwhelmed and fell unconscious. So being garlanded by Lord Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Chaitanya Dev displayed his six-armed form. In these six hands he held the conch, disc, club, lotus, plough and mushala. And upon seeing this, Lord Nityananda fell unconscious in ecstasy. Sadbhuja deki mucha paila Nitai, padila prudvi tale datu matranai. As soon as Nitai saw the six-armed form, he fell unconscious to the ground with no symptoms of life. Baya pailena sava Vaishnave ragana Raksha Krishna karena smarana. All the Vaishnavas became frightened and prayed, "O Krishna, please protect him. O Krishna, please protect him." Hunkara karena Jagannadhera Nandana Kakshe Tali Dei Gana Vishala Garjana. The son of Jagannatha roared loudly and repeatedly slapped his sides. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mucha Gela Nityananda Sadbhuja Dekiya Apane Chaitanya Tole Gaya Hata Diya Uta Nityananda Stirakara Chitta Sankirtana Sunaha Tumara Samahita. When Nityananda fell unconscious on seeing the six-armed form, Lord Chaitanya personally picked him up with his own hands and said, "O Nityananda, get up and study your mind. Listen to the congregation chanting that you have began. Ye kirtana nimitta tumare avatar, se tumara siddha haila kiba chahara." The kirtana for which you have incarnated to inaugurate is going on before you. What more do you want? तुम्हारा से प्रेम भक्ति तुम्हें प्रेम माया बिना तुम्हें दिले करो भक्ति नहीं हाया. Loving devotion service belongs to you, for you are the personification of ecstatic love. Unless you distribute this devotion service, no one can possess it. अपना संभरी उता निज जन चाहा यहारे तुम्हारा इच्छा तहारे बिलाहा. Please control yourself and get up. Glance mercifully on your intimate associates and distribute this wealth to whomever you desire. This is the first instance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showing the six-armed form to Lord Nityananda Prabhu. The second instance is showed to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, where Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was an incarnation of Brahaspati, and he was very much expert in logic and argument. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya used to teach he used to have a Vedanta school, and he used to teach this logic and arguments and all the Vedanta sutras. So when he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 7 days, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya spoke to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't speak a single word. He didn't say anything. He didn't ask questions. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was very much, what's happening. He's not asking any question. Are you understanding everything? Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke later in great detail how you didn't present the actual confidential meaning of Vedanta Sutra. You changed it with your own logic and arguments. That is not the actual purpose or the real meaning. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained. So then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya completely was mesmerized and of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's form and his actual his personality. And then he offered hundred songs as prayers. So we see that. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has showed 6-sound form. This is in Chaitanya Bhagavat Antya Kanda Part 1. So this is the second time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed 6-sound form. Two flute and stick of Lord Krishna, and 2 arms he is showing as Lord Ramachandra with bow and arrow, and the 2 arms is showing Kamandalu and water pot as Lord Chaitanya. So in this way, here in this verse, it is showing basically about explaining about Lord Krishna's beautiful form and also Lord Ramachandra and Lord Chaitanya. So that's why we are discussing about this, how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed. So this is in chapter 3, verse number 100 to 105. श्लोक व्याख्या करे प्रभु करी अहंकारा आत्मा भावे हैला सद्भुज अवतार प्रभु बले सार्वभौमा की तोरा विचार संन्यास अमार नहीं है अधिकार संन्यास की अमी है ना तोरे चित्त लाया तोरा लागी एता अमी हैरु नोदया बहु जन्म मोरा प्रेमे तेजली जीवन अतैव तोरा अमी दिलुम दर्शन संकीर्तन आरंभे मोहर अवतार अनंत ब्रह्मांडे मुनि वही नहीं आरा जन्म जन्म तुम्ही मोर शुद्ध प्रेम दास अतैव तोरे मुनि हैरुन प्रकाश. After explaining the verse, the Lord roared loudly and manifested his 6-sound form. The Lord said, "O Sarvabhauma, what do you think? Am I not qualified to take sannyas? Do you think I am a mere sannyasi? I came here for your sake. You have spent many lifetimes trying to attain love for me. Therefore, I am revealing myself to you. I have incarnated to inaugurate the Sankirtan movement. Throughout the innumerable universes, I alone am qualified. You are my purely devoted servant, birth after birth. Therefore, I have revealed myself to you." Actually, this verse is also a significant verse for us. It is showing the Srila Prabhupada himself, the Srila Prabhupada's purpose of coming is also being given confidentially in this verse. Arya Vachasa. We will go into that once we finish this verses. Throughout the innumerable universes, I alone am qualified. You are my purely devoted servant, birth after birth. Therefore, I have revealed myself to you. साधु उद्धारिमु दुष्ट विनाशिमु सभा चिंता किचु नाही तोरा पदा मोरस्तव. I will deliver the pious and annihilate the miscreant. Do not worry, just offer prayers to me. अपूर्व सद्भुजा मूर्ति कोटि सूर्य माया देखी मूर्छा गेला सार्वभौम महाशया. That 6-sound form of the Lord was most wonderful and as effulgent as millions of suns. Sarvabhauma lost consciousness on seeing that form. This is the same personality who was arguing and giving his argument. He never believed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Lord. Then Gopinath Acharya, who was his sister-in-law, who was his brother-in-law, Gopinath Acharya. Then he told Gopinath Acharya told Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, You can never understand without the mercy of the Supreme Lord, worshipping the lotus feet. Without His mercy, you can never understand with your logic and argument. Atapi te deva padam bhujadvayam janahi tattvam bhagavan mahimno charan vichirman. Unless we surrender to the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord and His pure devotee, there is no possibility of understanding the actual confidential meaning of the essence of all the transcendental subject matter. So now we can see how by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, then he could see Mahaprabhu showed this six-sound form. The six-sound form of the Lord was most wonderful, as effulgent as millions of suns. Sarvabhauma lost consciousness on seeing that form. Vishala karena Prabhu hunkar garjana anade sadbhuja gaurachandra narayana. The six-armed Lord Gaurachandra then roared loudly in ecstasy. Bada sukhi Prabhu sarvabhaumera antare uttabali srihasta divena tanasye. The Lord was greatly pleased with Sarvabhauma. He placed his lotus hand on Sarvabhauma's head and said, "Get up." Srihasta parase vipra paile chetana tatapi anande jadana spure vachana. By the touch of the Lord's lotus hand, the Brahmana regained consciousness, yet he remained speechless and stunned in ecstasy. Karuna Samudra Prabhu Sri Gaura Sundara Pada Padma Dila Tandra Hridaya Upara. Lord Sri Gaura Sundara, the ocean of mercy, then placed his feet on Sarvabhauma's chest. Pai Sri Charana Sarvabhauma Mahashaya Haila Kevala Parananda Premamaya. Having received the touch of the Lord's lotus feet, Sarvabhauma Mahasaya became completely filled with transcendental ecstasy. He tightly grabbed the Lord's lotus feet and cried in ecstasy while saying, "Today I have captured the thief who stole my heart. Druda Kari Pada Padmadhari Premanande Aji Sei Paino Chitta Chora Bali Kande. Aarti Nade Sarvabhauma Karena Rodhana Dariya Apurva Pada Padma Ramadhana." Sarvabhauma cried pathetically as he held those wonderful lotus feet, which are the wealth of Rama, the goddess of fortune. Prabhu Mora Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prananad Muni Adamera Prabhu Kara Drushtipada. O Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya, my life and soul, please glance mercifully on this fallen soul. Tumara sei muni papi shikaimu dharma na janiya tumara achincha suddha marma. I am so sinful that I dared to teach you religious principles. I did not understand your pure, inconceivable glories. In this way, so this is the second time. So Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed six-armed form to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, as the Lord Krishna, Lord Ramachandra, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the third time he showed to King Maharaj Prataparudra. This is 2 years after he showed it to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Now, so we'll try to understand this verse. So here it is explained as Tyaktva Sudhishta Surepsita Rajya Lakshmi. So Tyakta means abandoning. Sudhishta is very difficult to give up. Surepsita Rajya Lakshmi. Surepsita means even demigods are hankering after Rajya Lakshmi, especially the goddess of fortune and her opulence. Lord Brahma and all the demigods, everybody is after the goddess of fortune. So it's very difficult to give up. What does that mean here? Tyaktva Sudhishta means most difficult to give up. So the challenge we are living in is most difficult to give up. We can give up our wealth, we can give up maybe power, influence, something. But the most difficult thing to give up for all of us is giving up the independence. We're all trying to become independent. We're not able to become dependent on the Supreme Lord or His pure devotee. So that's where the biggest problem is. So that's why here we can see. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has abandoned. He had a beautiful wife, Vishnu Priya Devi, goddess of fortune. And He has a wonderful mother, Sachi Mata. But he gave up. He gave up. He abandoned, and it most difficult to give up. But he abandoned and went and taken sannyas to deliver the conditioned souls. So it is telling the living entities, all of us, to give up this independence and dependent on the pure devotee, and especially even more than the surrendering to the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, surrender to his pure devotee. That's what Lord Krishna himself is mentioning in Bhagavad Gita. So, Mad Bhaktya Puja Abhyadika. That is in Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita also. We see that Mad Ashtraya is directly his shelter or his representative. So it is very difficult to receive mercy directly from the Supreme Lord. But by his pure devotee's mercy, you can understand. So Srila Prabhupada gives multiple different examples how this is. So independence. So one time in the beginning, His Holiness Jayadeva Maharaj is sharing in his memories of Srila Prabhupada. So initial days, this is in 67, 68, one devotee, Rai Ram Prabhu, he was a great, he was studying the books. This is in the beginning. He was very much studying Prabhupada books, whatever books were available at the time, and he was very much hearing and everything. And he used to help in the BBT and other things. And then suddenly, after a few months, he was one of the beginners in the, but he was very much studying and he understand the scriptures and everything. So he was very much like kind of a scholar. So after a few months, he left. Nobody could find why he left. Then, so he came back after almost a year or 2 years. And Maharaj was saying that when he came back, so he wrote a letter to Srila Prabhupada. And Prabhupada told him, but everybody expected, this is a great devotee. He was studying and he was much more, very much following the instructions and everything, much more serious than rest of them. And he was senior, he was there from the beginning. And then they all thought Prabhupada will immediately accept. So he wrote basically, I came back, I want to be again back in the service of the BBT, helping Sri Prabhupada. But Prabhupada wrote back letter. Alright, you came back, it's very good. But if you want to be back in the service, you must give up your independence. You must be dependent on the instructions of the spiritual master. You must follow the four regulative principles. You must follow the instructions, what is being given, and whatever is the mission we have prescribed, attending Mangalarati and following the chanting and attending the Bhagavatam class. So, and whatever service is being given, following, this is by under the dependence on the spiritual master and his instructions and in the association of devotees. But if you like to be independent and follow your own thoughts or ideas, then it is not good for you, neither it is good whoever you are associating with. It will spoil everybody else. So if you like to be dependent and follow, then yes, you are more than welcome. You can join back and you can engage, you can be back in your service. So, and Maharaj was sharing that yes, he came back and then he was there only a few months. After that, he left. He didn't come back. So, we can understand from this incident that how important it is to be dependent on the Vani, the instructions of the bona fide spiritual master, especially our Krishna Kripa Murti, Antarjati, Krishna Bhavanamrita Sangha, Srila Prabhupada, Divine Grace. So we must understand, we must surrender. There is no other possibility. Gaur Govind Maharaj was saying the same. It is no, you cannot, you can surrender to Supreme Lord, try hard life after life. Unless you surrender to a bona fide spiritual master, pure devotee, Srila Prabhupada, and follow his instructions strictly, there is no way we can understand, actually, or attain Krishna Prema, or attain the mercy of the Supreme Lord. So that's it is very important. It is like we are captured by the Maya. Prabhupada gives an example of one time he is going in the, it was cold winter, so then there was ice particle. Then he used his cane to break the ice, and then he asked his devotees, "What is this ice? What is this?" And nobody could say anything. What Prabhupada is trying to tell us. Then Prabhupada told, "This ice means Maya. Your original condition of the original state original state of this ice is water. But now it became ice, like a rock, hard. So same way our heart, our original, actually we are pure living entities. We are supposed to be surrendered and dependent on the Supreme Lord and His instructions. But rather now we became independent, and our heart became with so many anarthas, became like a rock, like ice. And unless the ice must be broken up and it must be under the sun, then it will melt. Same way, so the living entity right now, we are covered with this Maya, illusory energy, as here also it is mentioned, Mayam Ragam Daitepsitam. And because of this covered with Maya, so we must be under the shelter of a bona fide spiritual master and chanting the holy name of the Lord under the association of devotees. By this, then we can, from ice, will again melt and become water. Our original current illusory, we are attracted by this illusory potency of the Supreme Lord, this external nature, the Prakriti, we are trying to enjoy. And then we will go back to our original state of consciousness if we follow the instruction of the spiritual master in this way. And another example also Prabhupada was giving, like somebody, I think in London, the ordinary means outside person, Prabhupada, this material nature is a lot of enjoyment. Why can't we enjoy? So then Prabhupada said, it is like this material nature, this enjoyment is like a boil. When you get a boil, what happens? We just simply blow, or we simply go on, you wait until go. No, you have to lance that boil. So unless you lance that boil, unless give up your this material enjoyment tendency to be independent and give up that, there is no possibility to you will be able to come back to your natural original state. So this is like a boil. We are getting this material energy, different kinds of enjoyment. It's like keep trying to enjoy, and then we are not understanding the suffering we are going through life after life. So the instruction from here, from this verse, first word especially, very important point, is to give up that independence and dependent on the bona fide spiritual master, especially. Without that, there is no possibility. Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra hoy. Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi hoy. So that's it is very important. There also, that's another, I think, His Grace Vyasaki Prabhu is giving beautiful class in Vrindavan recently. In that also he is explaining that Prabhupada has emphasized, he himself followed 20 years or 30 years. He simply heard again and again from his spiritual master and other devotees, with rapt attention. He simply carried on that Sravanam for 20-30 years of practice, and because of that, he is able to, after that Sravanam, he is able to do Kirtanam, he is able to give this, glorify the Supreme Lord throughout the world, he went and preached the message of the Supreme Lord and his message of his spiritual master, his instruction of his spiritual master, and distributed that after that Sravanam, so as in Bhagavad Gita also we see in chapter 3, Krishna is emphasizing the lust is situated in everywhere, the mind, intelligence, and senses. Only way, Jehi Satram Mahabahu Kamarupa Durasadam. So one must sharpen the intelligence with this Krishna consciousness. We have to hear. Sravanam is very important. Then we will be able to perfect our kirtanam gradually. We will attain our attraction for the holy name, attraction for the sangha, for the association of devotees, attraction to the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. Then gradually we will come to the smaranam. But if Sravanam itself is not focused, then we will never be able to relish actually our chanting of the holy name of the Lord. And that is very important. And Maharaj, Jayadvaita Swami Maharaj was sharing also another point. One time he didn't get the direct instruction from Prabhupada, but he heard from another disciple of Prabhupada that Prabhupada told him, you must, when you are chanting, you must hear your own voice, your word of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, each and every syllable crystal clearly. Pronounce it and you must hear what you are chanting. That is Maharaj emphasized. This is a very important instruction. Because generally we tend to hear many others, but we must hear while chanting, concentrate on the words we are uttering as Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We have to be very focused in hearing. So that's why Sravanam is very much emphasized by the Acharya. Satam prasangat mama virya samvido bhavanti hrit karna rasayana yasu ajjoshanad apavarga vartamani shraddha bhakti rate anukramishyati. So Satam prasangat mama virya samvido. Satam prasangat, Satam is devotees in the association of mama virya samvido, the Lord's glories and activities you must hear. Then what will happen? Ajjoshanad apavarga vartamani. Apavarga means pavarga we are in. This papa, babama, parishrama, bhaya, mrityu. So we are all on this. So then we will be able to transform from this pavarga to apavarga, which is the liberation giving. So apavarga vartam, shraddha bhakti, starting with shraddha, faith, strong faith to hear. Shraddha bhakti ratir anukramishyati. Then automatically, gradually from Shraddha, Ado Shraddha, Tata Sadhusanga, Bhajanapre, Ratir Anukramishyati. Gradually to lead on to Nishtha and Ruchi, Asakti, then Bhava and Krishna Prema. So that's why the starting point is Sravanam. Prabhupada himself told in his humility that as 20 years it took for me to perfect. So that is submitting him in a humble way. But for all of us, you can imagine how long it will take, how much focus we need. So that's why here, Chakpa Sudishta Surepsita Rajya Lakshmi. So what it means, and also many times we give up this independence means don't think that no, we're all dependent. I'm dependent on the mercy of the spiritual master. I'm following. But it's very difficult when we get difficult situation in our devotion service, sometimes health, because of COVID, it is very difficult. When we face it, then only we know. So one time, His Holiness Kirtanananda Swami Maharaj was there in India. Generally for Westerners, for some of them it's very difficult in India. So he was there in Gorakhpur. Prabhupada told him to do some preaching. So he tried his best, but it is very difficult in India. It's not so easy, especially if you are not accustomed to not only whether dealing with different people in preaching. He became so much, he was frustrated and he wanted to go back. And so he wrote a big letter to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada's secretary Hamsadhuta Prabhu at the time. Then he also didn't like somehow Kirtanananda Maharaj. Then Prabhupada he told, this letter, what he sent. Then Prabhupada rather he told, now you must write him back. Write a letter that somehow enthuse him, give enthusiasm. Somehow or other I want you to write a letter and you must enthuse him, you must inspire him. So then Amsudota Prabhu thought for a day and then meditated on how to do it. And then finally wrote the letter by the instruction of Srila Prabhupada. Then after a few months, then Prabhupada received a wonderful letter from Kirtanananda Maharaj that he was enthusiastically now gave up all his independence, gave up all his frustration and lamentation and whatnot. He was thinking to go back, but rather now he became enthusiastic and he was very much inspired and ready to conduct. So that's why it is a very good instruction for all of us to be in the association of Sangha, inspire each other, always look after other devotees and care for each other, and it's very important in this way. So with that enthusiasm, patience and determination, we can really develop our love for a spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada and the Supreme Lord. Otherwise it's very difficult. Through our devotions many times, and Arjuna is expressing the same. Oh, I don't want to fight because so many reasons he is telling. We all find various reasons for not doing devotion service, not doing some difficult service. Sometimes spiritual master gives or authority gives, can you do this service? Oh, it's very difficult, Prabhu. Very difficult. Can you find somebody else? Sometimes you may say that, but it's very, very important to understand giving up that independence and dependent always on the authority, on the spiritual master as per Srila Prabhupada. So here we can see that Tyaktva Sujishtu Sureps Rajya Lakshmim, how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given up and also here Jiva Goswami is mentioning that Rajya Lakshmi, Sureps the Rajya Lakshmi also means Lord Krishna. Suri is compared the Sureps the Rajya Lakshmi means the opulent, the most opulent place of Mathura. Lord Krishna, Supreme Lord Krishna was born in Mathura, but he gave up because why? Dharmishta Arya Vachasa Yad Aghad Aranyam. So Dharmishta, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's case especially. So Arya Vachasa, why Lord Krishna left? Arya Vachasa means because under the instruction of his father, he is following the words of his father, because Vasudeva and Devaki was very much fearful because Kamsa is going to come and kill him. That whole pastime where 8 sons of Devaki were killed, because this is the pastime of Kalanemi, Hiranyakasipu sons, and he told, since you didn't follow my instructions, you went and directly worshipped Lord Brahma, then you are going to appear again as Kamsa's sons. He himself will kill all of you. So this whole pastime goes back, and this 8 represented in the form of 6 anarthas also. So anyway, Arya Vachasa means Lord Krishna followed under the instruction or direction of his father's will. He left and the Aghad Aranyam, he went to the forest of Vrindavan, Vrindavan Dham, like Vrindavan is a forest. So this is instructing that how Lord Krishna followed the instruction of Vasudeva. It also means, it is telling that we must be, sometimes we tend to, parents may not be, I will serve or I will listen whatever I like. We may not properly serve our parents, or we may not follow instruction. Even if they are not Krishna consciousness, we should be very careful not to what you call Maryada Vitikrama. Maryada Vitikrama, we must be very careful not to overgo above our limit, or they are our parent, it doesn't matter whether they follow Krishna consciousness or not, but still we should be very careful, try to follow if they are giving good instruction. If not, at least be quiet and be soft, be gentle. Otherwise it's not good for us, because blessings also coming from the parents. If we don't follow, we are not serving them in proper way, proper etiquette is not there, then whatever bhakti we may try to perform, it's not, we cannot really develop our love. That is also important. And another instruction is also, we see that here Lord cannot be controlled by anybody else, only by his pure devotees. Here Lord himself wants to be controlled by Vasudeva. and Devaki and Vasudeva. So that's why he followed that instruction. He wants to be controlled by them. So many other meanings, contemplative meanings, but this is here Jiva Goswami is mentioning how Lord left the most opulent slaves, the Raj Lakshmi, Arya Vachasa, because following. So Dharmishta means Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself is appeared in the family of a Brahmana. He was following the religious principles. He was very much following the regulative principles and religious principles. So that he is Dharmishta. And Arya Vachasa, the Agadharanyam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, because Arya Vachasa, here, where Acharya is explaining, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and others, where it is explained that Arya Vachasa means because Brahmana, one time when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was performing Sankirtan at Srivas Angan's house, where Srivas Thakur is Narada Muni and Srivas Thakur's brother Ramay Pandit, they are four brothers. Ramay Pandit is Narada Muni's friend, Parvata Muni, and others, I forget the other two brothers and their previous forms. So, Srivas Thakur, Narada Muni and Parvata Muni, they are all performing wonderful Sankirtan fully. So that is another instruction also from Srivas Thakur we learn. He never had any independent nature. He completely surrendered to the extent that even when his son passed away while performing Sankirtan, Mahaprabhu performing Sankirtan, he didn't bother. He told rather, don't cry. Mahaprabhu himself, don't give disturbance to Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan. So I will not tolerate. And he didn't share that message. If we are in that situation, it's very difficult for us to even fathom. But Srivas Thakur, completely, fully dependent, because he appeared as a pure devotee, Bhakta Avatar. So here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so when Mahaprabhu was performing Sankirtan, this is after the Gopal Chapal's incident happened. So one Brahmana was very much want to go inside the Kirtan, but door was locked and they are not allowed, especially those who are envious, they are not allowed to enter into Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan in Sivasanga. So what this Brahmana did, he was very much upset. His mind became very upset in his mind. He went back. Next day, he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on the way to Ganga while going. Then he told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I am very much aggrieved of what you have done yesterday. You didn't allow me to enter into Sankirtan. I was very much aggrieved. So he opened his Brahmin thread, he broke it, and he cursed. I am cursing you today that you will be barefoot of all the material opulence and all the material enjoyment. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he became very happy hearing this curse, that this is a great benediction, this is what I wanted. So Mahaprabhu was very happy. And there it is mentioned that Prabhupada has a written translation for the next verse. This is in Adi Leela, chapter 17, verse number 60 onwards. We see, I think 64, where Prabhupada writing translation. One who hears with faith and attention of this Brahmana's cursing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he will be get rid of all the curses, all Brahmana's curses, whatever curses people may have given. Everything will be come out. It will be completely removed of all those curses. One who is hearing the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's this Brahmana cursing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Especially it is mentioned, Prabhure Sapa Varta Ei Sune Sradavan Brahma Sapa Haite Tara Haya Paritrana. So there are beautiful verses 61 to 64 from Adi Leela, chapter 17. So that's what here Arya Vachasa means. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was because of this curse of a Brahmana, then he has taken to sannyas, and Agadharanya means he has given up his mother, given up his beautiful wife, has taken sannyas to deliver the living entities. Watching the time, 8:55 already. So then It is also mentioned Arya Vachasa is also mentioning Lord Ramachandra when he appeared. So because his father is instructed Dasarath Maharaj just day before coronation, we all know that past time how so and because of that King Dasarath had taken has given his boon to his wife. So then when she asked, make my son Bharat Maharaj as a king. So then Dasarath Maharaj has instructed Lord Ramachandra in this way. Then by simply following the instruction, Lord Ramachandra followed the instruction of his father Arya Vachasa, and at Agad Aranyam he left, he gave up and he left to the forest along with his wife, where it is mentioned Maya Mrugam Daitaya Ipsidam Anvadavat. It's Maya Mrugam, where it is mentioning, Acharyas are mentioning Maya Mrugam means one, Krishna Chakravarti Thakur is mentioning Maya means the external energy. So we are allured by this external energy. It is also mentioning as how the wealth or bank account or wife, children, we think that in this life somebody is our wife and kids and parents, but who was there in the previous life? Who was there in the previous life? And it is different living entities coming together, just like the in an ocean or in a river, we get different sticks come together, or sometimes when we are traveling to pilgrimage, we may meet people come together. So like this in life, we may have different family members come together based on their combined karma appearing. So where it is here it is mentioned as Maya means the living entities who are entrapped, allured by this sexual energy in the form of this children, wealth and wife. Mrugam means the living entities are attracted by this. So where it is also mentioned Maya Mrugam, Lord Ramachandra was also attracted by the deer, especially Sita Devi, Sita Maharani instructed to Lord Ramachandra, go get me that Maya deer, get me that Marichi, became a deer by this Ravana's order, Ravana's instruction. Either you will be killed by me or you follow my instruction. Then he had no choice but to take as a deer, and then Lord Ramachandra followed that ran after that deer, Maya deer, under the instruction of Srimati Sita Devi. So that is explained here. Maya Mrugam Daitaya Ipsitam, desiring Daitaya. But it is also mentioned as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, very much merciful, Dayalu, is very merciful. Ipsita, desiring to deliver the living entities. He went and traveled all over the South India. He made most South India, all Vaishnavas, everywhere, wherever he went all the way from Kanyakumari to Vrindavan, to all north, south, everywhere, throughout India he traveled. He gave his mercy, he associated with even the Grihasthas, Brahmacharis, doesn't matter, and he gave his mercy very freely. Anvadavad, directly, running after the conditioned souls and giving his mercy. And where also I was explaining. So just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Arya Vachasa, by under the Brahmana's curse he has taken, still Prabhupada himself, by Arya Vachasa, by the instruction of his spiritual master, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur Goswami Prabhupada, he has come, rather he didn't wait for people to come to him, rather he left everything in India and then he came to the Western world to preach. He traveled throughout the world 14 times plus. At the age of 70, he gave his mercy to all living entities, whether qualified or not qualified. Even if little spark was there ready to follow, then he gave his mercy and gave so many already 9, okay. So good instruction. So Maya Mrugam Daitepsidam Vadavat, I'll stop. And then where it mentions Mande Mahapurushate Charana. So this is also very important instruction, and Jayadvaita Maharaj was sharing also. Guru Puja is very important. Prabhupada told his disciples. Guru Puja is very, very important. Sometimes we are busy in temple, we tend to neglect Guru Puja, where it is mentioned, unless we worship the lotus feet of the spiritual master, founder Acharya Prabhupada, and it's very difficult. That's why, where in the last purport also we see the last line, Vande Mahapurushate Charanarvindam. So that so worshipping the two lotus feet is very, very important, because that our shelter, everything is on the two lotus feet. When we are worshipping, when we are seeing the Lord also, we must see from the lotus feet and gradually look at the face. So it is very important. So this verse is teaching us to Lord Ramachandra how he left by under his father's instruction, and how by Brahmanas Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left and taken sannyas and given the mercy to all the conditioned souls. And Lord Krishna left also under his father's instruction to Vrindavan, and many other points are there. But I will stop here. If any questions or any realization. But one thing, if you are taking the instruction, one point we all want to take, that is, give up the independence and dependent utterly to the Srila Prabhupada and spiritual master and Lord Nityananda Prabhu, and be always in the association of Sangha of devotees. And that's what we see in Lord Ramachandra's pastimes also. Jatayu, he didn't have independence. He was actually a bird, but completely given the independence. Even he is ready to give himself. And he was killed by Ravana, even though he was small. What can I do? He didn't think like that. He was fully dependent on the Supreme. Let me protect my Lord. He tried his best. And we see that one instruction, we also see a whole Ramayana, then one essential verse is there. And what is that verse? Sakrud eva prapanno yas tavasmi chate achate abhayam sarvada tasmai dadami etat vratam mama. One who just one time, he surrenders unto me. Sakrud eva prapanna surrender, sakrud once, prapanna tavasmi chate is coming to me, then abhayam sarvada tasmai, I am always giving my protection, full protection, tasmai dadami etat vratam mama. This is my vow. And Supreme Lord Sri Krishna also has given the same, Sarvadharma Parichit, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given the same. One who is surrendered fully to my holy name of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, following my instruction and simply chanting in the association of devotees, he will be attaining Krishna Prema without doubt. So I will stop here. I have spoken enough. So I beg your pardon for going over 3 minutes. Please share your realizations. Any questions, comments, please do so.
Thank you very much, Krishna, for this wonderful class. And any questions? Or anybody would like to share the realization pertaining to the class? May I ask a question, please? Yes, probably. Today is Srivas Thakur's appearance day, and he is one of the Panchatattvas. So in Panchatattvas, before Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita and Gadadhar Pandit, the four are, we can say, the internal energy, and Srivas Prabhu is a Jiva Tattva, who is the marginal energy. And as the incarnation of Narada Muni, he is representing the devotees, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So I'm trying to understand is, when we say Srivas Adi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, that Adi, is it the original devotee, or does it mean along with the rest of Gaura's Gaura Bhakta Vrinda? So I'm looking for an explanation of Srivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. He's the chief representative of all the jivas.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah. So Based on Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami and Sri Prabhupada's translations and purport, we see that. So basically, Panchatattva is representing the various creatures. Three of them are Vishnu avatar. Vishnu, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna himself is the avatari. So and Advaita Acharya Mahavishnu and Sadasiv. So and the Lord Nityananda Prabhu is Balram, Krishna's first exponent. Three of them are Vishnu Tattvas. And then internal energy of the Lord is Gadadhar Pandit, Srimati Radharani appearing in the form of Gadadhar Pandit. And then the Srivas Thakur as pure devotee is appearing as a Narada Muni as a pure devotee, Bhakta Avatar. So that's what these five personalities, five tattvas, we have to understand. And then when we say Srivas Adi, means to starting with pure devotee, and then all others. Just like in Chaitanya Charitamrita, everywhere you see that Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami again and again is saying, first talking, always offering his obeisances to three personalities, the Vishnu Tattvas, and then Gadadhar Pandit and Srivas Adi, Gaura Bhakta. Then he is offering his obeisance to Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, and six Goswami. Then he is beginning. Almost every chapter we see the same, or ending also we see that. So that's why it's very important to be always starting with Srivas Thakur and the extra Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So that's what it means. What you understood is correct, Prabhu. That's my understanding as well. So yes, obviously means Adi means I don't think it is a Narada Muni is the beginning. No, Brahma, Narada Muni, Vyasadeva, like that parampara is there, right? So it is Adi means beginning with the pure devotees. Narada Muni is showing in this Panchatattva, especially in this Kali Yuga incarnation, Mahaprabhu appeared with his associates. So by worshipping Srivas Thakur, then we can attain understanding the mood and following how to chant, how to be attached, dependent on Sankirtan and Mahaprabhu. Then we can attain, understand the Advaita Acharya, mercy, receive mercy of Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu and Gadadhar Pandit. And then we can receive the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So without going through the Srivas Thakur, without going through a pure devotee, without going through a spiritual master, Sri Prabhupada, there is no possibility. We can try to surrender all life after life to Lord Krishna directly. There is no possibility to attain the mercy or understand anything. So that's what it represents or it instructs is for us. Madhupad Prabhu, is that
Yeah, that's right. Just like in the Brahma Samhita we have Ram Adi.
Yeah.
So that means Lord Ram, Shapra Alexander, Lord Ram, Lord Narsingha, etc. Ramadi Mukti Sukaranya Menatistan, Nana Avatar, Sponsor Paramakumanyo. Lord Krishna is the Swam Bhagavan, but also Ramadi are his expansions. Shiva Shadi here. Okay.
Thank you. Anyone else? Any questions, comments, realization, anything?
Can you unshare the screen?
Yes, sorry. Yeah, sure. Yep.
I also wanted to share a photo. I don't know whether I have the access to share it.
The Chadwij form?
But just so that devotees can get darshan of Shiva's
Sure,
temple.
Shiva Shakti, yeah.
And then on the same wonderful day, let me again share it. One of Srila Prabhupada's
Yeah, Sridhar Maharaj.
Sridhar Maharaj, that's also his disappearance day today.
Yeah.
Disappeared on Srivas Thakur's disappearance day. And he had been here when we started our yatra. Sridhar Maharaj and Abhaman both were the DC of New York, New Jersey.
Wonderful preacher, witty, laughing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. That's why his nickname was Jolly Swami.
jolly. Yeah.
And it's so much wonderful service for Srila Prabhupada movement. Inspired so many devotees all around the world. That after the Panchatattva installation, his health was not well during Panchatattva installation itself, and he made Gauranga Mahaprabhu on Panchatattva installation, and then after the Panchatattva were installed, that appearance of Shiva Thakur, left his body of Shiva Thakur instead.
I sent you a picture, Prabhu. Can you show that picture? That is a structural form, a very rare picture. I forget. I think this is from Ambika Kalan. I think.
You send me the picture by
To your WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. I'm connected to my. Okay, let me see. Hold on for one moment. Can you send me by email by any chance?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me send it now.
Connecting to my
To your Gmail.
Yeah, Gmail.
Yeah. Send it.
Okay. Any other questions, any other relations in the meantime?
Devakinanda Prabhu, you are there? No, he's not there. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Krishna Prabhu,
Srinivas Prabhu, yes, Prabhu.
Hare Bol. Very happy to see you after a long time.
Thank you, yes.
Hare Bol.
Mercy,
Wonderful class, Prabhu.
mercy
I
of
feel very blessed to hear such a wonderful class.
all glories to Sri Prabhupada, all glories to all the devotees. By all your blessings, I'm able to speak something. My voice
It
is
is really good.
my voice is not
Really good actually.
my voice is not full that full normal thing, but yeah. I take that as a mercy of the Supreme Lord that I have been given a rest for a few weeks. So yeah, that's one of my lesson. Be dependent. Don't try to become independent. Be dependent. Whatever we go through, we just become dependent. That's all on the Lord and devotees.
Fantastic. Very nice to hear that comments, Prabhu. It definitely help us to realize everyone individually. Hare Bol.
Yeah, this is the picture, I think, from Ambika Karan, where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is showing a six-armed form with his covered stick and flute of Lord Krishna, arrow and bow of Lord Ramachandra, and then Kamandalu and Danda and Kamandalu of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, yeah, it is a unique picture. I think this is from Ambika Kalam, if I remember correctly. Okay, any other questions? Otherwise, we'll have quick announcements and we'll end the session.